I am aware that the title might sound provocative, but hear me out. We met when we were both 20 and quickly hit it off. We were both young and more or less broke, so we both relied heavily on the help of parents. As such, our financial statuses were more or less the same. But then, changes came. We both finished our respective units and got more respectable jobs. However, my degree ended up earning me much more money. Don't get me wrong, nothing too crazy, but combined with my PhD course, I earn almost 2x what he does. And so the troubles came. First off, it wasn't too bad. As we lived together, he asked me not to split the living costs 50-50ths, but proportionally to the income. Although technically unfair, it sounded logically to me, so I agreed. However, it all went downhill. He started avoiding to pay his dues, claiming to always have no money. I started paying for all the dates. First big argument came when I changed my car to something maybe not luxurious, but brand new and much more fun. He got angry, as he was driving something quite older. Firstly, he wanted me to participate in buying him a new one as well, then to give my car to him as I can afford second one anyway, and lastly, in a last ditch, he wanted me to share mine. That will be 3 times no from me. We had an argument, we fought, we made up, things got better. That was like a year ago now. Then, a week ago, he asked me to join our accounts because we are an endgame anyway, as it is the default financial situation of both formal and long-term informal couples in my country. Initially, I agreed, because, once again, it made sense. However, a day or two later, when we had a dinner, he just said, although he claimed it to be a joke later, that maybe now he will be able to afford to buy the stuff he wants. I lost it. I worked twice his hours, and he just wants to waltz and take the advantage while not trying to improve his situation whatsoever. I am aware that what I did might seem to be an overreaction, but IDC. I said that I am not going to live like that, being expected to pay for everything while he is out in a bar with friend or playing video games. He pointed out he does majority of the chores, and, to be fair, that was truth. But once again, I am paying for majority of everything anyway, and I am expected to pay even more because he does not feel like doing more? I was done, moved out the next day. From that moment, dead silence from both parties. I am done. I don't want any advices. I just wanted to vent. Top 3 comments. 1. 7 years ago, I moved into a 4-bedroom apartment with some friends. Our rent was $300 a month each. Absolute steal, I know. My partner had a 1-bedroom. She was paying like $800 for plus utilities. My partner makes more than me, and when we moved in together 5 years ago, we had an agreement for our $1,200 space that we would split utilities equally, and I would pay $500 in rent, and she would spend $700. It worked out well for us. When we moved again, I was making more money, so we decided to then go to 50-50ths. Now we own a home and still split everything 50-50ths. She still makes a good bit more than me. I guess the lesson of this story is that splitting things proportionally to income is completely alright. But it's also beneficial to work towards an even split in the future to avoid financial disagreements. 2. When you are married, will you split financials as well? I come from a very traditional family. My mom and dad worked. My mom ended up making more money, but my dad had a pension and good insurance. They don't believe in divorce. They also discuss all expenses, vacations, joint bank account, and credit cards. My husband and I mainly have the same thing, except I have my own credit card, and he has his, so we can do indiscriminate purchases, and we just discuss larger purchases, or when I know I'm going to have an increase in spending. I've always been pretty frugal though. I like the idea of marriage combining everything. What's mine is yours. It wasn't the same way for my husband's parents, and I know it's not the same for many other, but it feels really united. We don't argue over financials. 3. LOL, this makes me laugh. I make about twice as much as my wife. We have separate accounts, but we do not consider what is being bought by one or another. Sometimes I pay for groceries, and sometimes she does. Sometimes I pay the kindergarten and so on and on. Our mutual fund is €. Our mortgage is being paid by me completely, although she is technically the owner of the house. I will never ever consider splitting anything by the income, as we are building our future together. If we can afford something, then we will buy it. If not, then we won't. I really do not understand this income-based division. Next time she will go to a 2-star hotel at the beach, and I will get the one with 5 stars as our income is different. It seems only to me if woman is earning more the guy is a mooch, but if it is the other way around then it is okay.